What is going on, guys? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today we are talking about the latest New York Jets news on this lovely Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. So the big story coming out of Jets camp from earlier this afternoon, Dalvin Cook cut. The New York Jets have parted ways with Dalvin Cook after signing him to a one-year deal this past offseason. Dalvin Cook ran for 67 carries for 214 yards, 3.2 yards per attempt, and had 0 touchdowns. He also ranked dead last in rush yards over expected for the second season in a row. What was your favorite part of the Dalvin Cook era with the New York Jets? Mine was when I suggested he might not be good in August, and I got cooked in the comment section for it. That was my favorite part of the Dalvin Cook era. Unfortunately, I wanted him to work out. I would have loved to be proven wrong about Dalvin Cook. Please, I would have loved for him to come in and say, hey, I'm actually not on the decline. I'm going to go against all odds for running backs in their late 20s. And have a bounce back resurgent season. Sure, he went over 1,000 yards last year, but if you looked at some of the underlying numbers, for instance, rush yards over expected, it wasn't very good. His yards per attempt numbers went way down, and the Minnesota Vikings said, "Oh my God, let's get out of this now," and they were better off for it. And the New York Jets decided to bring in Dalvin Cook. Michael Carter gets released in season. And Izzy Abanikanda doesn't really get much run until the very, very end of the year. Just really an unfortunate signing and an unfortunate waste. Just not good for Dalvin Cook. My favorite part of the announcement was the terminology or the verbiage from the agent that was sent out to these reporters to break the news, which was that he has fresh legs after minimal usage in New York. That is truly tremendous. Truly tremendous. A chance to compete for a Super Bowl on a playoff team. If anyone is signing Dalvin Cook, if any contender or playoff team is signing Dalvin Cook to take rushes for them or to pass protect for them in the year of our Lord 2024, is absolutely insane. That's not happening. I do not see that. I don't see that happening. That's kind of crazy to me. All right, the second storyline that I want to get into. Okay, Quincy Williams had some thoughts about ending the streak against the Patriots.
Quincy, do you guys talk about that? The fact that, you have that long losing streak and that going into the offseason, that even though you're not going to the playoffs, that would kind of end the season on a high note if you can end that drought?
I mean, it's not something that's verbally talked about, but I can say that, it might be some type side conversation or something. It's in the back of everyone's heads for sure, just because of the rivalry of the team, really. But like I said, our focus every single week is going 1-0 and then putting our best foot forward with the game plan and things like that. So it's not where everything's riding on this one game type mindset. It's the same focus of not making a big game, but as far as just doing our things, doing what we do every single week, focusing on going 1-0.
So it's very obvious that this is weighing on the New York Jets, this streak against the New England Patriots. They have not beaten New England since week 16, 2015. I was in the building for that game. I was 20 years old at the time. I'm 28. I'm going to be 29 in a few months. It's a long time ago. That is a really, really long time ago at this point. And now you get into the debate, right, which is something we've talked a lot about the last few weeks when the Jets were out of it. The debate on if it's more important to win games or lose games. If you've been following along, you know where I stand. That is not changing. I cannot control where the Jets are picking, and I don't have it in me to get myself all worked up over that. Here's what I can tell you. Just you make the decision for yourself, again, but this is where the Jets are. The Patriots currently are the number 3 pick in the NFL draft. If they lose and Washington wins, which would be kind of surprising, but it's something that's on the table, then they could end up picking 2 and you essentially put them right back in the quarterback conversation. Now, at pick 3, they could still take a quarterback. It's really dependent on what happens with some of these other, teams at the top. And if someone trades out, or if someone goes Marvin Harrison or a Fashanu or whatever, right? Whatever happens, it's still TBD. We have no idea. The draft is a crapshoot. They could end up taking Drake May or Caleb Williams and it not work out, or they could take one of those two guys and be a perennial winner for the next 15 years. We have no idea how this is going to play out. But it is very obvious that this is on the players' minds and they want this to end. Now, will the fans feel good about it if it's the last game of the year in a meaningless game, or would they rather it be next year when Aaron Rodgers is back and hopefully when it means a little bit more? And then on the flip side, you also have, it could also be Bill Belichick's last game as head coach of the New England Patriots. So sending him out with a loss, any sort of vindication for anything that's happened over the last 20 plus years. I don't know. I don't quite know if that's the boat that I'm on, but this game, there's major implications from this game for both the Patriots and the Jets, with draft positioning, with the future of the head coach in New England, the quarterback debate. Is New England going to take a quarterback? What are they going to do? So a lot going on with that game. And finally, Aaron Rodgers to practice this week. Full speed practice for Aaron Rodgers. He would be interested in doing that. He was saying on the Pat McAfee show earlier today. He also mentioned that he would be back out there trying to intercept passes at linebacker, which he did a few weeks ago. He also did that in training camp. I went to a training camp this year where Aaron Rodgers was out there as a scout team linebacker. Very bizarre. But that's what he wants to do. He wants to be out there with his teammates, and that's part of the reason why the Jets activated him, so that he can continue to stick around and be with the team, practice with the team, maybe get up to full speed this week, which I guess bodes well for his comeback, not this year, but in 2024. So again, those are the biggest storylines from today in New York Jets land. Dalvin Cook gone, no longer a New York Jet. Quincy Williams talks about the New England Patriots and how the players want to end that streak because of the rivalry. And finally, Aaron Rodgers will practice in the final week of the year. Let me know your thoughts on the latest Jets news down below in the comments. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.